These walls can talk. Open your mind and listen.
Trailing down these hollowed halls, can you hear me? Staring down these story walls, can you see me?
Recording now. I have it set for 30-second loops.
Okay. So it's going to record for 30 seconds, and if it has something that causes it to go.
Right. And
Beautiful.
it loops back and loops back and loops back.
Beautiful.
Awesome sauce. Okay, so I'll close this up. So it's on 30-second loops, and we gotta
Okay.
put this somewhere where it's aimed at there.
Okay.
I'm hoping that picks up that area.
Okay, so that light is, yeah, once you get it settled, then we'll test it and step in front of it, and then step away. Okay, so the red light's off. Come into view, red light's on.
Oh, perfect.
Okay,
great.
so it should be recording. Step back out of the way. And it stopped. Perfect.
We are going to step out of the house now and go for a coffee. We're going to let these people live their lives, watch their football, blah, blah, blah. We'll come back in about an hour or so. We have the Tascam running for audio. We have the motion sensor camera set up aimed at the nightstand in which his rings that he talked about earlier, in order. His primary that he had first, his secondary that went missing for years,
I'm still
and
in
his
the dark.
current one.
Yep.
Both the first and second are the two that showed up unexplainably inside this
In
drawer.
that drawer. Okay.
So we are at a private residence here in Oshawa to do an investigation tonight. Actually, very good friends of mine live here, and they contacted us because of their concerns of what's been happening. I will let Jeff, the owner of the house, explain what is, from his point of view, what's going to be going on. But basically, the sense of uneasement, etc., etc. Tonight we have Jen, Aaron, Maurizio, and Jeff on this investigation. We'll see what happens. It's, hopefully, for their sake, we get some answers. But we'll see what goes on and give it our best go. So we will sit down with them and ask them to explain from their point of view what's been going on.
Okay, go.
We're here at the table with the owners of the house, Jeff and Lindsay, and Jeff's brother, Lindsay's brother Bryant, who lives with them as well. So don't worry, your faces aren't on camera, but if you could please explain loud enough for the camera to pick you up what you've experienced and why you asked us to come here tonight.
Okay, so this is the ring that I wore on my wedding day. I usually misplace this quite a bit. The first ring, when we were actually looking at wedding rings, what I wanted was a tungsten band. So these two are tungsten bands. The reason I didn't go with a tungsten band is because you can't, if your finger swells up, you can't cut it off. Decided to go with just white gold. Well, I lost that one day in the suitcase, didn't see it for a few months, so I was upset about it, and she went and bought me this tungsten band as a replacement. That was pretty nice thing to do. And then that went missing for quite a few years. Now we keep our rings in the bedside table, where I'm in and out of there frequently, cleaning stuff out. Hadn't seen that in years, so back to this band again. So I was kind of upset that I lost the tungsten one. I really wanted tungsten rings. That's the one I wore out to look nicer. So she got me this tungsten band as like a replacement. So I had these two rings to play around with. Then one day I opened up the drawer, and here was this one again. Like this thing was sitting there right smack dab in the middle. I don't know, 3-4 years in between. Like, alright. At the same time I found this one, I didn't see this one for a few days. So something's going on with them. Went to work after contacting you, and a wrench, one of my Snap-on double box end wrench that I had misplaced that before, even like between jobs. 8 years ago, I'd misplaced that during the job, like thought I left it in the car. Not 2 days later, that wrench was in plain sight in a drawer I had opened the day before. like, there it is. So I asked the other mechanic, where'd you find the wrench? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So now I'm just getting freaked out here. Like, things are appearing, things are coming back. We're talking years, like 8 years this thing's been missing. 2 things in a row. That's gonna.
So one thing I didn't mention in my little pre-speech, which I'll say now on camera with you guys here, as you can verify, is you bought this house about 12, 13 years ago?
It'll be 11 years this month.
11 years, okay,
Yeah.
so I was off a little bit, my
Yeah.
apologies. So 11 years ago you bought this house via power of sale.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is the previous owner, Terry Petrie, died in this house, but they're still not sure if it was via heart attack or something to do with alcohol abuse, because somebody said something.
We were
was
told it was a heart attack in the bedroom.
heart attack in the bedroom.
Heart failure in the bedroom.
And he was there for quite a few days before he was
Yeah.
found.
Yeah.
And that was 2006-ish, 2007?
Yeah, I would assume
Yeah.
we bought in 2008. So
We-
when we first bought the house, my best friend is a paramedic, and we were over at her house showing the MLS listing and everything else. And it just so happened that she was dating one of the firefighters who had come to the scene, recognized the house right away, and said, "Yeah, I was at that scene." It had been he seemed to think it had been about 4 days,
Okay.
but yeah, so I'm not sure who called it in. His parents did live nearby. His parents were the ones that we dealt with when we were buying the house.
And it'll say for also, I think it was roughly 42 or something when you
Yeah.
finished. Okay. Is it just primarily the master bedroom you experienced stuff? Now you said something about
No.
the bathroom as well. About the walkie-talkie.
Oh, yeah. The girls had, what's their walkie-talkies that's been called?
There were many mouse.
Mini Mouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I heard, like, the walkie-talkie, like, turned itself on.
And there was no
No
way,
one's home.
no one was home. There was no
The thing was laying on the thing had been on the counter for hours.
Okay.
I was watching TV and I thought I heard something with the bathroom. That walkie-talkie was like, going off.
Have you ever experienced anything?
I've got something else.
Oh, sorry.
The first winter we were here, I woke up for work and the front door was wide open.
The outside
Yeah.
front door?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Okay, so that's
It doesn't close well when cold.
Okay, so that could
I
be.
wouldn't-
It could just be.
I wouldn't consider that.
Yeah.
And what? Sorry, back to you. Have you ever experienced anything?
Nope.
Nothing. Okay, so
Not
we can do
downstairs.
nothing downstairs at all. Okay.
But it was a completely separate basement apartment
Right.
at that time.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll focus primarily in the master bedroom because that seems to be where you've
Like,
experienced.
this was going for years, man. Like,
Okay.
like years. Like at least 5.
And there's no way whatsoever you can explain how that turned out.
It was sitting right there,
Plain view.
plain view.
Okay.
Like, open the door to get this one, and I was like, oh. I didn't even recognize it. That's how long it's been. I was like, oh, that's the, wow.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
But other than that, you haven't experienced anything else as far as physical. No.
No.
Nothing. Okay. All right.
But the wrench thing really threw me off.
Okay.
Because, like, that was in my other toolbox. Like, that's where that wrench was originally was in the other toolbox.
Mhm.
And then that came to the shop. Like, I never had that wrench in my new toolbox ever.
Okay.
It was in the red one, which is downstairs now, and I bought the one I have now from Ryan, and opened the top and die drawer, and they know where my wrenches are, like, they put stuff back where it goes.
Mhm.
Open it up, and I was like, there's no way. All right. There. I didn't know what to say.
Okay.
I thought they were playing a joke on me.
All right. So hopefully then we can get some answers for you guys. I understand. I understand completely why you would want answers, especially specifically if something that you say you misplaced or lost years ago all of a sudden just turns up with absolutely no explanation
2
whatsoever.
pieces, no.
2 items, one here, one at work. Okay. And the fact that sadly he passed in the residence, in the master bedroom. Okay. All right. Well, let's hopefully get you guys some answers, and we'll get things set up and get ready to go. There's been unexplained activity, or a lot of it we can debunk, right? Simple thing like the front door.
Yeah.
Like you said, maybe the weather's chirping, ceiling freezes, and as you're trying to close the door, the weather's chirping is just frozen enough that it's just not making the contact with the door. But it's not something.
At the time, though, it
time.
was terrifying.
Well, absolutely.
Because we'd only been here a couple months.
Absolutely, it would be. Alrighty, so what we'll do is we'll have. I guess you got the camera. unless you
I don't mind holding the camera.
So we'll
Work
go around.
around.
We'll film some base readings.
Set the equipment
and, we'll set up that action cam or whatever it's called.
Trap cam.
Trap cam. And what we'll do is, I guess, for the sake of the purposes, we'll set that up, and then we will head out, right? And just let you guys do it. You watch your football or whatever, right? And do whatever. And just, I know it's kind of hard because you know what's in there, but just go on regular, like nothing's there, and we'll come back. And I would like, if you're okay with it, simply because you've been here now the last 11 years. We will do our thing, but if you guys are comfortable enough with it, again, you don't have to be on camera, but if you want to take part in the question periods, you're more than welcome to. If there's anything that you specifically have been wanting to ask, come right up and join us and ask it, right? Because the fact that you guys have been here the last 11 years, there's the possibility that A, he doesn't know he's gone, and he's living his life regularly, but everything in his world is 2007. Nothing's changed. He sees everything from 2007. Or the other possibility is, if it's true, if that's the case, is he sees it's 2000. Like, he can see things are different, and he's trying to adapt to the new year and let you guys know, hey, what are you guys doing in my house? Because there's a chance he may not know he's gone, or there's a chance he knows he's gone, and he's quite comfortable with the fact that he's happy with what you guys have been doing here, and he just wants to hang out. He just wants to watch the success.
I just, Brian cannot say that, I just think he's attaching to the male dominant that's in his house,
That's another theory right there, exactly.
right?
He could see something in you that he maybe sees in himself or saw in himself.
Yeah. What did he do for a
He was a
living?
machinist.
Yeah.
He was a machinist? Okay,
Yeah.
so
And he worked a lot in the garage.
well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's
He
your,
had all
that's your,
sorts of
that's your
equipment.
domain, right?
Yeah.
That's where you love to be, that's where
Yeah.
you love to work, yeah.
Hiding your rings? He's trying to get at her.
Think so? Ooh, so there's a question you can ask right there. Lindsay.
Well, because from personal, he kept losing rings, I'm gonna start to get pissed off, right?
Yeah.
And he's gonna be in trouble. You're losing rings. That's right. She's had to buy multiple rings for you, so he might find her very attractive, and was like, "Well, I don't know. I'm dad. She's an attractive woman in my house.
When he was single.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes.
this male is in my way. He may, I'm just, I like to put things on
There's
different
that's a
spin on
great-
things.
I never
you
thought
know,
that's
so-
fantastic thinking.
Have you had anybody in your family pass away? Like somebody that you're close to, maybe? No, because if it was something like some sort of guardian angel or something like that, and you lost your ring and they realized it
No,
and
you're
returned it
right.
for you.
Oh, yeah.
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 All these
Because I know I have somebody that follows me around.
There's not gonna be, like, there's always maybe some explanation, but there's never gonna be a perfect explanation from my experience in life.
Yeah.
What about you, Marita? You got any thoughts?
Not yet.
No thoughts?
No, not yet.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So, okay. All right. So yeah, just carry on. Like it's hard to say that we're not here.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, I can.
Oh, I-
I'm not touched.
Yeah. But make sure you leave your clothes on. So we're gonna go through now, get some base readings. Nothing. That's the nice thing about wiring nowadays is it emits barely anyway. All right, so your carbon monoxide detector is off the charts. All right, further away from it, but that is emitting a lot. But for this to emit anything to affect you in your bedroom,
It's
is
gone
as
by
soon
the
as,
time
as soon as you pull about a foot away, it's or about a foot and a half away, it's nothing.
it's gone.
Okay, the ceiling fan does emit quite a bit.
Coming. What do we got? Can't quite see.
25, 24, 26.
Got it. Okay. And how
Okay.
far away when it
But as
starts to
soon
drop?
as you start to drop,
Oh wow, quickly.
it does dissipate quickly.
Okay.
So from here
Yeah.
to, as you follow down to the bed,
There's nothing.
which seems to be a good 6 feet, is nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I
Well,
guess.
I mean, if something comes through it,
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. When you experienced the walkie-talkie, Jeff, was how one? I just want to get a sense of like, should we? It feels like the batteries are dead. Were the batteries?
No, they were using it.
They were using them. Okay, so
There's a button that.
Here, this one, it might have been this one. This
okay.
one.
That one works.
That works.
Okay, so if one works,
Did
we'll
they
just,
play a song?
I don't think so. I think they're just walkie-talkies.
But they make a noise or something like.
okay. This one had a light on.
There's
Now the light's
another
not there.
function
Did
to
you
it.
turn?
Oh, there it is.
There you
Okay. Oh no, these.
Push to talk kind of thing, and it makes a bit of a.
Okay, so that light there shows it's on. No, this one's on. This one has batteries. It's on. The light's on.
I'm pretty sure it plays a song or something. Because I heard like.
No, there's no buttons to it.
Okay. So we will. This was in here, right?
Yeah, this is
Okay,
like-
so
How is
I'll
it?
leave.
How is it on the EMF?
That is really.
Wow.
it's kind of interesting, eh?
Wow.
Alright, let's see if this is good.
This thing is, see, next to nothing. As soon as you get somewhere near the center,
antenna?
yeah, we've got the antenna. No, the
No,
antenna.
not the antenna. It's right in the corner.
See now? Oh,
Press the button. I saw that 60. Did
yeah,
you
but
see
that,
that
yeah,
60?
but see if I do this.
It's jumping.
See, look at that, 80, 80, 90.
Wow.
That seems to be around the speaker area, but then, but it,
Could be. Could just be the speaker. Magnets in the speaker. Interaction between the two devices, maybe.
I know our walkie-talkies will set these off.
Yeah, you're
Cell phones will set these off.
magnetic field, right?
Okay.
Do we want it to stop so we can get clear, or do we want it to go? You think it would?
Well-
You think it's enough white noise that might bring something through?
I don't see. As soon as I pick it up, stops.
Yeah.
So
It could just be feedback within itself because it is,
It is,
such a
inexpensive device.
inexpensive device. Exactly.
Okay. Let's. See, he's not doing it now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if it's something to do with the batteries too. Maybe the batteries are dying.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
not
kind
doing
of
it
it's
now.
not struggling to make a signal. Did you check over there for?
We did.
Just. See how it's doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is it that there? Like you think it's that area? No, it's over there too. Is it picking up an EMF field? It's like a little child's EMF detector.
It's weird, but it could be the simple fact that the batteries are dying.
Yeah.
It could be the simple fact that it is an inexpensive child's toy.
Could be picking up anything.
I would say shut it off so we don't have interference.
Yeah.
Since we already
I'm
know
gonna
that it's
turn it off
going
for
off
now.
randomly.
It's turned off for now.
Yeah.
Now. That is not working now. Why is that not working now?
Check for batteries. Maybe there's a drain like the camera was earlier.
It was turned off.
That is interesting.
It was actually flicked in the off position.
What?
Yes. Jerry, I understand, like I said, you own this house when it was first bought, and you had a person living in the basement, 42 years old, and do you even know that you're passed on?
Is it actually Terry that's in here?
Terry Petrie?
Mm-hmm.
Petrie or Petrie? I'm pretty sure it's Petrie. 42 years old. I believe it was 2000 October 2006.
I'm just wondering if it actually is Terry in here or if it's something else.
So for Terry, if it isn't Terry, I'd be very perturbed as to who it would be, because if I understand correctly, I think he was the original homeowner.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if it's somebody that knows Jeff, especially with his tools being misplaced at his workplace instead of not at home.
Yeah, because
Maybe it's like somebody that Jeff knows or knew, and they're trying to communicate. If that's true, please let us know. If we're calling you Terry's name and it's not you, we don't want to upset you. We were very understanding to find out if you want to tell us your name. Let us know if we're wrong, if we're assuming that it's somebody that's not.
Sorry? Did you get any readings at all when you were in here?
Did it jump at all, or was it just
Before.
very low?
More before. When you arrived. Especially this corner.
This corner over here?
You feel it feels a little bit darker over there, right?
Yeah, exactly. This area.
Yeah. Maybe if it is Terry, maybe he fell out of bed. Maybe his bed was in that area, and that's where he laid the energy was.
And yeah, his headboard could have been against this wall, maybe.
Who knows? Yeah. Maybe he could have been against the window and just was getting out that side to come around, or just kind of. Who knows? We'll never know.
I don't know. Terry, if it is you, why are you playing with Jeff's rings and freaking him out? Is there something that Lindsay and Jeff are doing in this house that you're not happy with because you feel it's still your home?
Let me know if you are here.
That's the client.
Yeah. So I heard that before, and I was telling him it was downstairs tomorrow. It was the same way.
Small sounds of the floor as we shift.
I'm not getting any sense of discomfort or anything at all. I don't feel any.
Even I feel better now.
Do you?
I'm gonna stay in here more. Where it's quiet.
And just listen.
And just listen.
Sure. That's fine.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe if there's nobody else in here, maybe there's too much
I'll ask.
going on.
I'll
You
ask
want-
a couple questions.
You want to do a solo?
I'm gonna do a solo.
Okay, that's fantastic. We'll leave that with you too, if that's okay. So you can let us know if the readings change.
As long as it
drastically.
doesn't, try to get frisky.
We got a camera on you. We got.
Actually. Terry, if you are here and I'm alone, get frisky. Then I'll know.
Ooh, there you go.
Alright, Terry, I'm in here by myself with you, if you're here. So feel free. Say anything you want to say. Play with this little puppy over here. Let's make it go up. Let's make it go up, buddy. I hope you didn't die in pain. Do you want to say anything to me? Now that there's nobody else in here but me.
Your parents wanted a young family to move into your house and start a new life, and that's what we did. We were doing our best, and hopefully we are making you proud, and that's fulfilling your wishes. And now we have reason to believe that you're still here, so help us out.
So we're gonna wrap up tonight. It was a very quiet night. We didn't see any action at all with any physical movement with these rings. Our EMF readers were very, very low, except for certain things that remit in the high field, which again, depending on how far away you are, it dissipates. So no question there that wouldn't affect anything. Client did participate in some of the questioning. They admitted it was a very quiet night as well. So we're just hoping that maybe this, whatever this is, or whoever it is either left them alone or decided to just stay stagnant. And should they have any more occurrences, thank you, I drew a blank. They know that they can always contact us. We can come back and do this another night. So as it stands right now, we're wrapping this up. Quiet night. Again, Jeff, Aaron, Maurizio, Jennifer, and myself, on behalf of Chaps and this family, let's just hope for their sake this is either dealt with or... See, I want to say that...
Stays quiet.
And it stays quiet, because I do hope that this is resolved for their sake, because nobody deserves to be tormented and have silly games like this happen to them without any explanation. So for the family's sake, for our sake, I just hope that it's finished and done, and that they're left alone, and that this is resolved for them. That hopefully us being here is enough for this entity or whatever to stay away now, leave them alone. So we'll wrap this up.